Hey guys, okay, welcome back. How's everyone doing? Great. So in this video, in this class, right, we are going to cover together. Okay. Now, do you remember? Now, all of you remember part one, right? What happened? Part one, we talk about the sales funnel, right? So in the sales funnel, do you guys remember? Still remember about the bias pyramid and the funnel difference? Let me know. Okay, great. Yes, market versus buyer, right? Okay, let's recap a little bit. What is our part one about, right? Again, if you're new, quick pitch a little bit. If you're new and you enjoy this class and you want to be a part of us and you're not yet, you're just starting a business or you have been stuck for a while and you don't know how to sell and close, right? Then go to authorjason.com/reviews and you can get started by getting a free class over there, all right? And then for those of you who have been following me for a while and you enjoy the class that you are getting, then if you want to purchase and enroll yourself into the program, go ahead to authorjason.com/buy 1pitch. All right. Now, what's our goal here together? Our goal here together, guys. What is it? Do we want to be one of the many, or do we want to be the exclusive and only? Let me know which one is the one that you want. Right? Yes. We want to be the best, we want to be the exclusive and only, and we want to be unique and special. So why do we want to be unique and special? Very simple, because then we can raise our prices. We don't have to compete on price. We don't have to focus on price. And at the same time, right, what we can achieve is the ability to charge and raise premium prices, to get quality customers and buyers, to get investors investing into the business, as well as, yes, to raise capital, right? Okay, so we talk about what? We talk about the first funnel, right? Part one. We talk about how sales funnel is actually the process of a buying journey of a prospect. So as a buying journey of a prospect, right, what happens is that you're taking the people from the market and putting them into your funnel, correct? All right. So what is the result of you implementing this? Like Jeffrey, remember Jeffrey's success, everyone? Okay, so if you put it to practice, then you'll be able to get similar if not better result. Okay, now in this video, right, we talk about part two. In this class, we're going to cover the part two. Now in part two, right, the question that I received was that, like, okay, so if I want to get leads online and things like that, how do I do that? All right, now that you understand that the part one is about, the sales funnel is not essentially just landing pages, okay? But what if you really want those landing pages, and how do you do it, and how do you optimize the process? So in part two, we are going to do that now. Okay, now, so essentially what we're going to go through is this three step, right? So if you want to have sales funnel, a buying process created working for you 24/7, essentially there's only three steps all in total. Okay, step one is you create this guide. In the industry term, we call it a lead magnet, right? But essentially it's a guide. It's a guidebook that helps your prospect, your buyers do better, right? We'll go through on how to create, what to do to create this guide. Okay, the second step is basically, once you created the guide, is to put it on a landing page that many of you are familiar by now, and allow your prospects and customers to download. So this act of downloading by giving you their email or phone number is the same act as raising their hand and say, hey, I'm interested in this topic. So that is equivalent. Now then, the third step is to sell whatever you are selling. Okay, and that's exactly, right, the same step that Jeffrey did. This is the exact 3 step. Nothing else has changed, but by implementing this, he went one step. Remember this part we talked about this? He went from stage 3 to stage 1. See that? So that's what we're doing today. Okay, that's what we're going to cover today. How do you create in funnel process, in a funnel, in the online world, in the online thing? How do you do it in the landing page sequence? Okay. So step 1 is to create the guide, right? So some of the possible guides and some of the common and popular ones are like books, ebooks is like hundreds of pages, right? I don't recommend ebooks. I'll show you what I recommend later, okay? But these are the popular ones, okay, or common ones. Books, guides, tutorial, cheat sheets, templates, resource, toolkit, assessment, case study, and video classes and mini course. Okay, what depending on your industry, depending on your what kind of product and services that you are offering. Okay, if you're selling prestige and luxury stuff and versus you're selling something that's cheaper, is very different way to produce this sort of guides. Okay, so it depends on your industry. Okay, but my answer to you is don't overthink, because even if you start with Google Doc right, and you type in the kind of information that you want to help your buyers with, that's also okay. Right, now then after that, if you want to create a cover like this, just simply go to this website that I presented to you, DIYbookcover.com. You're then put in the image and you're able to produce something like this for 3D. Really simple, right? As you just get started, you don't want to overwhelm yourself with complicated activities and then kind of like trap yourself, right? Simple guide. Now my advice, how to create this. Okay, so you might be thinking, how do you create it? What should you create? So this 7 secrets sellers don't want buyers to know. If you remember my story, this is what I do for during my this is what I do during my real estate days, right? So what I do is that I produce guides like that because I want buyers. So that's why I say it's different for everybody, depending on what kind of person you want. You can create multiple different series of guides. Okay, so I was trying to get buyers, so I want to be in favor with the buyers. So I produced this guide, and then how I come to create this guide, right? So that's where the money path will comes in. Okay, so the money path is what? The money path is a simple process. All right, I want you to imagine, right, your buyers, your prospect, your customers, your investors, they are all trying to escape from something, right? So this example here was when I was using when I was doing my real estate days. Now I wish I can give you a lot more case studies and exact result from some of the students and clients, but in order to protect their competitiveness, right, I can only use mine. I hope you understand. Okay, now so however, when we are discussing and everyone gets into group discussion, then that's great that everyone can learn from everyone. Okay, because a class like this, right, hope you guys understand, because a class like this can go on and then competitive. If you were my client that invest with me in the diamond tier, right, you wouldn't want your uniqueness to kind of like go out to everyone, right? Okay, so I hope you appreciate that protectiveness. In at the same time, I try to be fair, and I try to be open to with everyone. So I use my examples. All right, so you kind of like put yourself in that state and see what kind of things that you can do. All right, so your customers are trying to escape from something, whether is it escaping from ignorance, whether is it escaping from emotional pain. It could be escaping from losing on the wrong deals. Maybe they're just starting out angel investing and they don't know how to identify the right startups. They don't know how to identify the right founders. Correct. Okay, then after that, that's what they're trying to avoid. Okay, and escape from. Now, then they are all trying to arrive at somewhere. So in my case, in my old examples, they want to what? They want to invest they want to move into a bigger condo with facilities lah, things like that. Then they want to escape from the HDB, which is a public housing in Singapore. So that being said, right, what are the steps? How can you help them close the gap? If you can help them close the gap, then you become you become the person, the only logical choice in their head. Why? Because you help them understand what it means to close the gap. When that happens, your entire branding changes. Now then when that happens, when if let's say because of you they no longer make the mistakes and they arrive at their dream goals of their desires, you become that one of the many to you no longer become one of the many. Okay, you no longer become one of the many that is just like anyone else, because you help them get closer to their dream goals by helping them close the gap. You are no longer just the ordinary one. You become that unique and special person in their heart. And when that happens, they constantly think of you when they need to buy your product or service, because you're ahead of everyone else. Got it? So you kind of think about, put it yourself in your buyer's state, right? What is it that they are trying to escape from? Are they trying to escape from pain? Are they trying to escape from worries? Are they trying to escape from mistakes? Are they trying to escape from their situation, poor, broke, poverty? Are they trying to escape from misery? Are they trying to escape from what? Right? Depending on what you do. Okay, trying to escape from very fat, very heavy weight. Then they are trying to arrive at a beautiful wedding, could be, right? So work out the 3 steps. Okay, work out the number of steps that they need to take in order to arrive at their dream goals. So what is their dream goals? So let's say, right, let's use a very popular example for weight loss. So weight loss, what do they need to do if they want to escape from heavy weight to dream weight? So they need to what? Number 1, control the diet. Number 2, they need to maybe exercise. Number 3, they need to what? Okay, they need to hire a personal trainer maybe, right? They need a guide, they need accountability, they need software, they need tools maybe, right? What do they need? What 3 steps do they need? Pretty clear, right? Okay, so, or maybe if they want to lose weight, what are the wrong things they are doing? Okay, what are the things that they should avoid, right, while they are on a diet? That could be they're trying to they want to have proper nutrition, they want to eat better, they want to have a better diet, right? And then what are the things that they are trying to escape from? Is that they want to escape from eating the wrong diet that end up putting more weight. Make sense? Okay, good. All right, think about your 3 steps. Let me grab a sip. Okay, so Jason, I have a lot of steps involved before that, sure, because this is the first time you are, who else is like that, where your steps are not so concise and specific. Now, mind you, this is from years of experience, so I can condense and already make it concise, right? When I was starting out, man, no way, man. When I was starting out, I'm like, where got 3 steps? It's like 20, 30, 50 steps to get a condo, right? But over the years, as you get more experience, you realize that, yes, there's a lot of steps involved, but really it's just 3 steps. Every other thing falls into that 3 steps, right? Even this system is 3 steps, right? Create, download, and sell, right? Just 3 steps, okay? So escape from no sales funnel, escape from no automation, escape from what? Right? Escape from time trap, escape from burnout, right? That's my market. What's yours? If you're a coach, if you're doing similar things as I do, hey, use my ideas, go ahead, right? Remember, I'm an educator by heart, I'm a teacher by first. So if you're helping people, changing lives and improving their lives, well, by all means, use my ideas to do and influence and spread your message to more people. I would be I'll be celebrating and waiting to celebrate your success. Okay, so Jason, I got 20 steps. How do I change out? How do I just fit it into 3? Okay, so if you have 20 steps, you just do it for 20 steps. If you have 30 steps, you do this for 30 steps. Got it? If you're new, right, what you do is step 1, you put down all the 30 steps, all the steps involved. Got it? Step 1, put down all the steps involved. Step 2, you chunk down, or you group the 30 steps, right? You find pockets of steps that belong to one category, to belong one group. Okay, and then you kind of like reduce and minimize that 30 into either 3, 5, 7 or 10. Try to reduce from there, and as you reduce more and more, what you will realize is that as you simplify and reduce, you are helping your customers better, because they cannot remember 30 steps also. You know, I think the best metaphor and example for this would be like that. You know, you reach a point where you accumulate a lot of information and knowledge, or you learn. At one point of time, right, it's not about adding more habits or adding more things to do in life. Okay, it's about reducing and removal of the bad habits and the wrong things in life. Because the more wrong habits that you remove, the more wrong bad habits that you reduced, and the wrong things you do, well, technically by theory you achieve success without resistance a lot faster. Most resistance are your bad habits and your bad discipline and your wrong things to do. So if you remove and reduce the wrong things and the bad habits, truth is you achieve your success smoother without resistance. True? All right. Now, so same process, right? As you put down the 30 steps, for now you are in the download stage. You are in the abstraction stage. It's very normal, right? Pulling things out of your head. In fact, during our live events, right? During our live events, this process can do almost half a day, because mostly who I serve is experts, really good at what they do, and experts have 30 years of experience. How do you put 30 years of experience into 3 steps? It's impossible. Right? But that's what the event is all about. The event is all about hands-on. The event is all about making this happen. Right? Okay. So, Jason, when is the next event? I think you can see it. You can find the information on the sites, and then you have all the details there. Okay. So right now I do a lot more online. So because offline crews and logistics are currently a nightmare for me. Right, so a lot more online. Okay, I hope to bring back a lot of live events really soon. If you are someone who's very experienced with events, from setup to logistic to crews, please let me know. I would love to open a conversation and dialogue with you. All right. Okay, so everyone got their potential money path, all your steps? Yeah? Okay, so this is how you create. Okay, put down all the steps involved to exit from their hell and arrive at their heaven, to exit from their pain and enter their dream goals. Okay, good. Now let's go to the next one. Shall we? Ready? Okay. Okay, so step 2 is to put it up on your download page. Okay, so on your landing page. Now on your landing page, right, I think there's, of my experience, I feel that you really don't need to write a lot. Most importantly is 1 headline and 3 bullet points. That's it. Okay, don't overdo it. The reason why is very simple. You put all your effort into a download page, right? People don't read one. Like 90% don't care reading. They only care about the headline. Does it address their problem? And if they already know that it addresses their problem, everything, the small things you write, they won't spend time there. Number 1. Number 2, right? If let's say they are not interested, they won't even read everything else in the first place. So you want to spend as little time as possible, okay, on this. And the only thing you want to do, right, is to make sure that your headline, right, always speaks to their pain and desire. uh, so I used to charge, I tell you, this I tell you how high demand this skill is. Okay. um, and a lot of ways to write headlines that a lot of different people are teaching, but all I do is my headline always speak to pain and desire. That's it. All right, pain or desire, pain and desire. And my clients, when I write for clients last time, right, without AI, before AI was a thing, I have to research like crazy. I have to map out all the potential words of their industry like crazy. It's insane work to find out, because the same word that work for one industry, right, does not work for a second industry. Anyone understand what I'm trying to say? Right? Yeah, so the words that I'm using for a educative industry is a very different wording and languaging and terminology for a client that's in the fund management world or in the interior design. It's very different. So there's a lot of intense research and work behind the scenes to produce the pages, to produce the copywriting, to produce the headline. Insane. It's insane work. So uh, when I was doing that, the reason why my clients like Jeffrey, do you remember Jeffrey? Okay, same thing. Jeffrey worked with me on a private basis. He invested in one of the highest tier, and then I worked with him on finding out the languaging of the industry, right? And that's why he got so much results. One of the reasons why I mean, he's one of the highest tier already, right? So he kind of like have a lot of things of all the 5.0 things working for him. Okay. So one of the key things that works for Jeffrey, right, was that he speaks to the pain and desire of his industry, of his customer. Okay. And that's really a few things that switched and shifted for him, right? So for you, it's the same thing. So without needing for you to go and spend 15, 30, 50 or 20,000 to hire a copywriter, I'm giving you the formula. The formula, right, is always to just make sure, all right? It doesn't matter how you write it. I've written so many copy for different clients over the last 20 years, and I found that my best conversion and working headlines, okay, are always because, right, the headline involved these two things that I do really well, which is I speak to their prospects' pain and I speak to their prospects' desire. And that's one of the reasons why my coaching process or program works so well, because I have experience from so many different industry by now. I know majority of the customers' pain point and desire from across different sectors and desire and industry, right, all the way to even fund management level, right? So from fund management level to educators to selling bird nests and simple stuff, so what I found is that if your headline simply have two things: the pain that they are experiencing, the desire that they are hoping to have. If you have these two, right, and I do have a class on the I call it the 8 keys of desire. The inside includes the, I think, 16 locks and chains of pain, or I call it resistance also. I call it locks and keys. Why? Because the desire, right, are the keys, but different desire unlocks different locks. But most of the time, people have more locks than key. For one master key can open up many locks, right? And the pain itself, the problem itself, right? A lot of people have different. Okay. So have you already attended that class before? No. Yeah, you must, because once that is the shortcut to everything. I kind of like groom your bamboo forest, teach you how to grow a garden. At the same time, I give you a lot of like shortcuts and hacks. So once you study that class, right, every class is between 20 to 40 minutes, right? Some class we go intense 1.5 hours, right? But other than that, all the class can complete within a lunchtime. I'm trying to create it that you can complete within a lunchtime. So when you're eating a food, right, the recording, you can watch it during your lunch. All right, for those of you who cannot attend the live classes, you can still watch the class during your lunch, dinner, or before you sleep. Okay, so I made it under an hour. I try to all the classes. Sounds good? Okay. Yeah, when there's too much questions, I can't keep it under an hour sometimes. So I kind of like had to edit out the questions sometimes. I hope you don't mind. Yeah. Okay. So coming back to this, right? So attend. Go and get the 8 keys of desire, right? Go and get the class. That class itself is a separate purchase. If you did not purchase the program, right, you can purchase it as a side class. Okay. If not, I think most of you should already have it as a bonus. Okay. Because that's very powerful. That class itself, if you combine that with this, and you combine it with your 1Pitch process, your sequence of pitching, your sequence of selling, and then you can close really, really fast because you understand their pain, their desire. It's like precision and accuracy. It's very high precision, very high accuracy, and it's very powerful. All right. Okay, good. So so that's step 2. Step 2 is to put up your creation, your guide onto a landing page, and then use a headline that speaks to their pain and desire. Any kind of formatting of headline is fine as long as their pain and desire is inside. All right. Pain or desire, pain and desire. The answer is pain and desire, not pain or desire. All right. Both. Ideally you want both lah. Depending on your ideally you want both. Just put both. Okay. My instruction is put both. But if you really don't know the desire, and you know the pain, okay, then just put the pain. Okay. And this is valid. Sometimes I tell you, we don't know why people buy, but we know why people need to buy, right? Okay. So just put the pain if you really don't know, right? Then for those of you who are in the more inner circle, higher tier coaching, then that's where you can get my personal help. Okay. Now step 3. Ready? We go to step 3. Yeah. So step 3, we go into, after they download, right? The next page is a thank you page. Now, in the thank you page, the mistake that most people make is that they just say, "Oh, thank you for requesting." Okay, that's wrong. That's the wrong thing. So remember Jeffrey, what he did, right? He also did that. Okay, so Jeffrey also did that, and Jeffrey also did that, like, people download his guide or whatever before he met me. And then after that, his next page was just a thank you page. So I told him, no, you can't do that. You have to, you can't do that. You have to 打铁趁热, strike the iron while it's hot. So how do you do that? Because people already raise their hand and say, hey, I want to know more about this. So immediately you want to tell them what you are selling. Are you selling cashew nut? Are you selling air fryer? Are you selling steamer? What are you selling? Right? Sell them straight away. Because there will be remember, let's look at, okay? Remember the buyer's pyramid, right? There will be a 3% chance or 10% chance, okay? The green triangle top, 3 plus 10. Because people who are open to buying now, and the people who wants to buy now, you want to make sure that they don't go through a long process, right? Before they find out what can they buy from you. Okay? So immediately, after they go through this, the third step is immediately, right? They know what can they buy from you. Got it? Okay, good. So immediately they know what they can buy from you, and then your step 3 is to let them know what they can buy from you. Okay? So this is where you sell whatever you want to sell. This is where you sell your things, all right? How you want to sell it, what you want to sell, whether is it you're selling supplements, your coaching offer, your education offer, your interior design service. This is where you make that pitch, all right? This is where if you are not a graduate of 1Pitch, okay, then you don't know what to record your video for. Correct or not? If you are not a student of 1Pitch, you don't know how to position yourself in power, you don't know how to qualify intent, you don't know how to teach, you don't know how to close, and you don't know how to collect their money, their cash. Correct or not? Right? So that's what you need to do. Okay, so so what you want to do is, this is simply just plugging in your 1Pitch script. Once you plug in your script, this is that selling process. All right, this is how you create a video. So you do that, and then what are the chances, or what are the expectation, and what the hopes is that, that's what Jeffrey did. That is the 3-step that Jeffrey did. One of my earliest success, one of the success that I am absolutely very, 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 very proud of. Because he put all of this that I'm teaching you without questions. I mean, he does have some questions, but he never challenged. And I asked him, how did you achieve so much success so fast? Back then in 21.6, I was like very confused. And then he said, didn't you just tell me to implement without questioning, do without challenging? And then I'm like, okay. Right, so okay, more story on him next time. Okay, but he's one of my very, very proud success. Okay, because he you could say he's one of the guys that play a pivotal role in my life, because his success was one of my pivotal moment for me to enter the teaching industry. He was the third person in my life that have a pivotal, because a lot of people I teach, not always everyone got result. Okay, some of them got result, but I don't know. But Jeffrey was one of those that got really close with me, invest, learn and learn. He always purchased when I make a new offer. He always have a new product, and he always was very supportive, and always invest, and he invests all the way to the highest tier. So he got more and more results, right? So that's it. If you don't know how to sell and how to close, and if you want to get involved with us, and you want more capital, more students, and more buyers, right? There's 2 ways you can get started. You can get started by going to authorjason.com/reviews, and then you can get started, or you can get straight away started by going to authorjason.com/buy1pitch. All right. Okay, so just now there was a question. Let me answer that question. Okay, Jason, what if I don't have the software to do it? How do I do it? Okay, so I assume that a lot of you have the software, sorry. So let me explain. If you don't have the software to do this 3-step process, then I think you should get the 1Pitch AI platform, right? And if you need to have, and you can go to 1Pitch AI for a tour of the software and the feature. Okay, I have a video there that shows you the inside of it. Okay, and right now, inside have all these landing pages. Inside have these exact pages built out for you. You just need to plug in your information. Got it? All the things are inside. All the templates are ready and created. It's meant for graduates to accelerate their success in a way that is never achieved before. Way faster than Jeffrey's success, hopefully. Right? Okay, so the platform allows you to create landing pages. It's a 10-in-1 full features automation tool. It allows you to create your landing pages, follow up with your prospects on email and WhatsApp automatically. WhatsApp is a separate charge to connect to your WhatsApp. Email is you can connect email, and then you pay a very small amount. I think it's like a few cents per email. Just a few cents is to pay the domain, right? Other than that, the software is yours for free for the first year when you enroll into the 1Pitch program. Okay, so when you enroll for the 1Pitch program, you get the software for free for your first year. Right now I'm running a promotion, and the limited time offer is a BOGO offer. That means you purchase my course, and then you get the software for free. right? And you get it for limited time offer, and you get the software for free for the first year. All right, so the goal is that in the first year you have my 1Pitch program, and you have the software to help you do all of this, to funnel people in, to get your sales page up, to get everything up as soon as possible. And in the 1 year, right, you make tremendous amount of money, and you can afford to pay me a second year for the software. Okay. Right, and then my goal is to continue to support you with teaching class like that as much as possible. Got it? All right, so go to authorjason.com/1pitchai to take a look inside the software, and then you can see the inside of the software, what are the 10 features that come along with it. It has automation, it has a payment system, it has invoice, can connect to Stripe, you can collect payment, you can charge in USD. There's also a course builder program. You can build unlimited courses, you can build unlimited programs, unlimited funnels. You can have a CRM inside to track all your customers. Okay, that's really cool, because whichever page your customer land on, you can see which page they visited. Pretty cool, very amazing, you know. And then if you're selling a expensive product, you need to do personalization and customization. So those features allows you to do that. Okay, that's why I can make a brand promise that, you know, I can make your sales cycle reduce by at least 50%. Crazy, right? You can sell more expensive stuff, you can raise your prices and reduce the time needed to sell those product, which is pretty kick-ass. Because if you're selling a $5,000 product in 30 days, what if I remove that 30 days to make it 10 days? So in the same 30 days, right, you don't make 5,000, you make 15,000. Pretty cool, eh? Yeah. Right, so if you go on for the next 1 year, if every 30 days you're making $15,000. But what if, Jason, I'm not selling anything of 5,000? Hey, then you really need this program. Then I teach you how to price something at 5,000, right? I mean, thanks for bringing up a great point. Because Jeffrey, right, when he started, he was only charging $300 per student, you know, and yet, no, I think he was charging what? I think he was charging what, 180 or something per student, or 150. Okay, and yet they always late on their payment. Very annoying. And then he cannot pay for the bills, he has struggles, and then he dip onto his savings, and then he was always frustrated. So when he implement all this process, right, once he positioned himself properly, he's no longer one of the many. He positioned himself before he was featured on media articles and everything, right? So he's featured on he's now featured and interviewed, but before that he doesn't have. It's because of the positioning, right, and the branding, right? Then he got featured. Understand? It was not got featured then got it. It's already he repositioned. Okay, he repositioned in the industry so that he's not one of the many, right? He repositioned in the industry as the best, the exclusive, the unique and special one. How? By using the things I teach you in last few classes, in today's class as well, right? And then after that, he got picked up by media. So he didn't pay a single cent for PR for him. Interesting, yeah? And then he got massive visibility that got all this massive result, right? So coming back, Jeffrey was charging what, 150, 180 per customer only, you know. And then the essence is that we rebuilt his positioning. He raised his price. First time he raised it, he was so scared because he raised it to 1,800. That's 10 times, you know. He raised it to 10 times, and then, right, he raised it to 10 times later. He was so scared of selling it. He was so scared of offering it. And then he just followed my script. He just followed the teachings. He just followed the script. He just repeat the script word by word, you know. And then after that, he got people paying him 1,008. And then it was the first time that he did it. It was a breakthrough moment, right? And then from 1,008, he go on to increase to 2,004. On and on and on, and then one point of time he was charging 4,800, and his one-on-one raised all the way to 7,009 and 9,000. Crazy. And people actually wants to pay for it. You'll be surprised, right? People want to pay for it. Then after that, he look at the student, he's like, nah, I don't want to take this student. He reached a position where he can reject the customer. So if you are not selling anything near 2,000, 3,000, if you're already doing and good at what you do, you already have frameworks, you already have content, you're already doing it. All right, I'm not talking about brand new. If you're brand new and you're trying to charge 5,000, right, you must be fucking crazy, right? You are brand fucking new, right? You have not established your dominance, you have not established your positioning, you have not established case studies, result, and testimonial, and you want to come out into the marketplace to charge 5,000. Like, what kind of Kool-Aid are you drinking? Okay, so if you're brand new, you cannot straight away charge 5,000, but I can still show you and teach you how to get there, and it doesn't take long. Okay, but there are things involved for you to get there. Correct or not? You can't be you have to learn how to get there. All right, even when you want to launch a new car, right, you can't straight away charge like Rolls Royce, right? You have to start off somewhere. Got it? So people who are brand new watching this, okay, understand this. Can you charge 3,000, 5,000 even as a beginner? Yes, but here's the but. There are some things you need to have in place. What are those things? Number one, you need to have proof of results, proof of credentials, and proof of competency. If you don't have this kind of stuff, you cannot. Why? Because you burn out. You end up facing rejections you cannot handle. So I'm going to show you. So if you're brand new, then you might want to sign up for the program that I teach you how to do it as a beginner. Okay, what you need is learn how to position yourself as the teacher, as the program delivery. Okay, maybe you have a lot of information in your head. You want to start offering it to teach it, but you don't know how. Okay, you need to attend that program. All right. So for those of you who are already good at what you do, then if you already have a framework, a content, then all you need to do is to raise the price, right? You don't know how to raise the price, and that's where all those advanced and private sessions with me, and that will help you along. All right, that's why you need the platform. That's why you need the program. If you are not in the program already, then you need to sign up for the program. Then you learn how to position yourself as the authority. Right now you're an expert. You're good at what you do. But two things. Number one, there's no awareness of you. That's why you're not earning enough. Okay? If you have 1 million people that knows about you, at the same conversion rate of 10%, that's 100,000 customers. Now, so you are good at what you do, but nobody knows about you. Nobody's aware about you. Number two, you have no authority positioning. You don't know how to position yourself. So you are good at what you do, but you have no authority in the marketplace. You don't know how to position yourself as an authority with your prospects and customers. That's why you need this platform, because this platform allows you to build it out and to position yourself as the authority. By using the platform, you can do up the landing pages, do the follow-up emails, right? Okay, so then you become an authority in the marketplace, not just an expert that nobody heard of. Okay, then after that, your ascension, your next step is to get into the advanced level of awareness. After you're an authority, after you build up your authority positioning with the platform, after you build out all these funnels and all these softwares and all this positioning, once you know this, once you build out your guides and things like that, then after that, that's where you come into the ascension. You come into the next higher level where you get involved on getting interviewed by mainstream media. You get involved with mainstream media, get interviewed, get worldwide recognition, right? So now you're an authority, but you're not a celebrity. Okay, now so I'm bringing you up from a expert to a specialist to an authority to an celebrity, right? So when I bring you up to a celebrity level, right, then that's where you are worldwide known. you're known in the media like Jeffrey, and then you're known by everyone else. Got it? Your credentials are now backing. Okay, now that brings me to the point with the beginners. If you're a beginner of offering the program but you're not new to this game, then how do you actually rapidly charge 3, 5, 10,000? Okay, that's how. Got it? So if you're a brand new beginner, you want to do that, you want to start offering 3, 5, 10,000 for your programs, you want to, you're not new, you're not stupid, you're not young, you are already on the 40, 50 levels, and then and then you have some budget. You need to have some capital. Right? You have some capital, right? Then that's where I invite you to invest in the diamond tier. If you're in the diamond tier, I show you how to get worldwide recognitions and celebrated by the media and become a celebrity. Then once you do that, it's very simple. It's a lot easier to launch a program for 3, 5,000. People will be happy to and willing to pay for it. All right. So good. All right. I'm glad you're here. Okay. I hope that answers everyone's questions. And then if not, then I will see you in the next class. All right, everyone. Good. Everyone's good to go. Fantastic. Okay. Okay. I'll talk to you soon. Okay, everyone. I'll see you in the next class. Yeah.